I'm with Sensei Justin. He's a Kodokan Judo master, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Great to talk to your father earlier, and you're going to show us the kids are coming in and joining in today, and we've got some of the adults. Now, you've been living in Japan for a while and learning
on and off,
yeah.
But I was studying 1 year in the International Budo University, and I was lucky enough to have 2 world champions actually teaching me. One was Kashiwazaki Sensei, he was a Newaza expert, and one was Koshino Sensei.
Oh, really? Yeah. It gives you that great...
So it was real tough training.
Yeah.
It's the way of Kodokan, and they teach you really from the basic. You want the best judo, and from the basic, from history to everything, I think it will be covered in Kodokan.
What's the most important thing you feel you got from training at the Budo Institute?
When I started there, actually, I started off as a white belt, and the best lesson, the best lesson ever I learned there was actually the how would you say, the attitude of not giving up. Because I was the only white belt there, and as you know, went in, I prepared myself. I thought I had a big group of white belts going and training. I went in the dojo, we had 300 old people training, and I was the only white belt and the rest were black.
Wow.
So you can imagine there,
fairly scary.
I was just being thrown left and right.
Yeah.
So I was actually doing counts every day. On average a day when I started off, it was like 80 throws. I get thrown 80 times a day. During randori.
Yeah. So you learned how to fall pretty well, fairly quick.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very fast. Within 1 month, me expert.
Yes. You can use me. Yeah. That's all right. Now, the Budo Academy you've set up here in Penang. Tell me a little bit about how you got all the different arts together.
First of all, to be frank, the Budo Academy, I started off for judo. Really was called a Judo Academy first. Because back about 8 years ago, our country, the young, we had a bit of trouble, and we had this waves of suicides. Under 12 jumping from buildings because they can't take the pressure. So a group of mothers actually came to see me and said, "Can you maybe teach our kids about some martial arts? And we like you, as a friend." So I said, "Okay, I'll start judo first, and I'll teach for kids because judo is created for education." So I just started off as a hobby, and it just kind of grew.
So what the kids are starting here, playing a few different games, but really the games are really to strengthen and loosen the body up. What are some of the things that kids are going to learn when they first get in here, apart from the games and the coordination and so forth?
For the kids, right, first thing first is that there are many games, and the reason why we use this game system is because I noticed that the kids nowadays, the most they can concentrate is only 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And so if you use the traditional style of judo, they won't enjoy.
Could you tell me you're adopting a bit of the French connection
French system?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of games involved, and these games are judo-based games.
Yeah.
There are judo movements involved in it. But kids under 12, the focus right now is into agility, flexibility, and reflex. The force is in a circular motion, and it depends which part of the body that you use. The hand part, the hip part, and the leg. So for example, the hip, you can see the focus of energy will be around this circular motion only, moving here. So if you were to attack this area only, then you'll be able to throw a person. So for example, the force is here, pushing the person down. And if I were to put the hip here, put the hand, that's how you do it. Here, I'll be pushing. See, remember the circular motion? Here, pushing here, and this here, keep just blocking the lower part. Putting down here. So as I push and hit, and they are early on, you've seen last week perform the Tomoe Nage, those are sacrifice techniques. I'll show you a different one. Sacrifice techniques involve, you actually, before throwing a person, you actually go on the ground first. And so, easy one will be like Sunigaishi, where this is my teacher's style. He likes to put his leg here, just behind, and he uses his knee to block. And now, throw is done. Again. This is known as Yokozumi Gaishi. Okay, the upper grip, steps in, block, you just lie down. And go for the mark. So we have the ground techniques. So basically, if from a judo competition point of view, then you attack from the top and try to turn the person over, and if you're able to pin a person for 25 seconds, you get an E-point. And that's the knockout score for judo. But for demonstration purposes, the pinnings, types of pinnings are Hon Kisai Gachame. That is the scarf hold, where you put underneath, hit here, have a firm grip, come down. This is the key. This part here. Make sure the knee blocks, so he can't move anymore. Boom. And make sure there is no room in between. So if you're able to, the basics of pins is that if you're able to hold a corner down, firm, any corner, basically the person can't escape anymore. But if you hold it in the wrong place, for example, a person just needs to turn and you go off balance. So if you hold this place here, same pressure, it's difficult for him to turn, even if you turn this side, they've been held down.